Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Ferrari 360 Modena. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Only 5% of my video views come from subscribers, so join the club, become a subscriber. Click here to join the club, hit the notification bell, it'd be great to have you as a member. So those of you who will have seen my last video, which I will link up here, which was about taking the Capristo Stage 3 exhaust off this car, will know that I've decided to go back to a stock exhaust on the Modena. I just couldn't stand the droning in the cabin and really the rather obnoxious attention-seeking sound of that exhaust. So we're back on the stock exhaust now, and I have to say, first impressions are that I really like it. It's great in the cabin, there's no horrible droning, and yet when you open it up, you still get a great noise. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through some tunnels, do some exhaust sounds, do some flybys, so you can hear what the stock exhaust sounds like. Firstly, however, here's a clip of when I had the Capristo taken off. So here's the noisy beast, the exhaust tips. They're pretty beefy, aren't they? Wow. I'll go into storage. One day we'll put it back on again. Yeah. Nicely made. There we are. So there we go. I'll put them in proper storage later, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep them with the car, so that if I move it on ever, I can sell this as an optional extra. So there you are, there's the Capristo exhaust collected, and as you saw from that clip, they're pretty close to finishing the installation of the stock exhaust, so we'll be going back to Roseville a bit later this afternoon to pick it up. Well, this is the first drive in the Ferrari since it's had the stock exhaust on, and I have to say I really like it. I really like not having that horrible shouty exhaust going on. I know a lot of people will say, oh, it's great to have a really loud exhaust, but for me, no. I'm actually really loving this. Feels a little bit more like a normal car. I know it's not a normal car, but when something is so obnoxious and shouty, I find it really unpleasant to drive. This still turns heads, but for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. It just feels different driving it, actually. I was always scared to rev it too much because of the noise it would make. Whereas now it feels like you can be a bit more free with your revs, especially when you're starting off. I was always really concerned about, not revving too much when starting off from scratch, because there was that horrible droning in the cabin, which has completely gone. You can hear how much less the background noise is compared to what it used to be. We'll go and do some rev tests. I mean, it'll be completely different, of course, but I have to say I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Every time I drove the car with that other exhaust, it was like you were on show. You were the center of attention, and I hated that. When they see it, I don't mind people saying, oh, that's a really nice Ferrari, what a beautiful car, or something like that when they see it. But when they hear it first and it makes them turn around and, oh yeah, no, it's just not me. It's just not me. It still does have the valves, obviously, so it does have this bypass when the revs get up. I'm not sure what it is that triggers the valves to open, but I'm sure it'll be in the owner's manual. I'll check that out. But yeah, very, very happy with the result. So now we're going to do a bit of tunnel blasting just to let you know that it really sounds pretty damn good. When you open it up, it sounds great. So here we go. What do you think? Hey, not bad, eh? I think I might have hit the rev limiter there actually. You can hear when the valves open, it suddenly becomes really throaty, which is great. And when you're cruising in 6th gear with the windows up, it's really civilized, which is nice. When you put your foot down, it opens up the valves and you do get a nice kind of snarly exhaust note. So that sounds pretty good to me. Perfectly good enough for what I need. It doesn't have the F1 sound that the Capristo had. That's true, but as I said in my previous video, it's something you can only use a very limited number of times in limited circumstances. It's not something you want every day, and if you can't turn it off, it does get a little bit tiresome. You can cruise at 110 on the freeway and it's really very pleasant. Hello. Does the job for me. Let me know in the comments what you think. You have to balance out the usability of this exhaust on a more regular basis with the lack of, you know, that kind of really extraordinary sound that you can get from these cars with the right exhaust. So that's the stock exhaust on the Ferrari 360 Modena. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's a pretty good compromise between, you know, the Capristo Stage 3, which is absolutely crazy and is pretty obnoxious, but it also allows this car to be used on a regular basis. The ride in the cabin is so much more pleasant, you would not believe. It's really, at freeway speeds with the windows closed in 6th gear, it's actually really pleasant. And so now we can use this car, we can open it up. When you get it above 4,500 RPM, those valves open up and it really does sound great in a different way to the Capristo, but still great, I think. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber. Hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter down here. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.